What's going on, guys? Welcome back to WWE Network and Show, where I, Graham G.S. and Matthews, break down all the original content you watch on the WWE Network and on Peacock. And today we're talking the January 27, 2024 edition of the SmackDown LowDown. Ahead of the Royal Rumble this past weekend, obviously delayed here and breaking this down, but due to the busy weekend, here we are. Obviously, opening the show, Megan Morant, Matt Camp, running down the biggest headlines from Friday's very eventful edition of SmackDown, including recapping the Katana Chance, Kaden Carter versus Kabuki Warriors match that saw the Kabuki Warriors walk out the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. We hear from Damage Control after the fact backstage with Kayla Braxton. Kabuki Warriors say that they did it. They became Tag Team Champions as they promised that they would. Bayley says that her vision is clear and she will go on to win the Women's Royal Rumble match on Saturday, which she ended up doing, obviously. When she says this, Damage Control kind of act apprehensive, which is the whole story they've been teasing for the past month or two, with Bayley saying that she wants to win the Rumble and go on to challenge Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania, which obviously is not happening. But their apprehension was an interesting touch here to this interview. Megan Morant, Matt Camp questioned if Bayley can get the job done, and obviously, again, like I said, she did. This obviously aired before the Rumble on Saturday. They recap Carlito versus Santos Escobar, their match on SmackDown. Escobar winning with the help of the debuting Elektra Lopez on SmackDown, a former, now current, again, member of Legado del Fantasma. Escobar says that Lopez completes the Familia. She's back in the group. We hear from Humberto. We hear from Angel. Humberto says that they're now unstoppable. They were unstoppable before, and now they're unstoppable even more so now. And Lopez says it was kind of up to her on SmackDown to take out Zelina Vega and take out the trash in the process. And Escobar says they will prove their dominance once again in the men's Royal Rumble matchup, with Escobar competing in the matchup, and obviously he did not win, but he and Carlito did interact to further that feud. Matt Camp kind of talks her history in Legado, how the group formed in 2020, but she joined in 2021, and now she's back in the group where she belongs, and Zelina Vega was a great member of Legado and then LWO, but if she's going to be a babyface, which I think she should be, with Rey and Carlito and Wild, Del Toro, whatever, adding Lopez to the heel side kind of evens it out. So I really like how they did that. That was kind of expected, that I thought they did a great job of introducing her on the SmackDown show on Friday. They recap the Final Testament and Bobby Lashley and Prophet segment to kind of further that feud and their brawl on SmackDown. Matt Camp says that Final Testament currently had the upper hand over Lashley and the Prophets. They recap the Carmelo Hayes versus Austin Theory matchup. Matt Camp talks about what Hayes and Trick Williams, who also appeared on SmackDown this week, helping out Hayes against Waller and Theory, what they have coming up in NXT pretty soon. They recap the LA Knight Solo Sikoa main event, won by Knight by disqualification via interference from AJ Styles. But we hear from LA Knight backstage here with Kathy Kelly, saying that Solo Sikoa is licking his wounds coming off that main event before running down his Royal Rumble opponents, Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, vowing to win the match. Obviously, he did not, but I thought this was a really good, passionate promo here from Knight as a final sell for that matchup. And then to close out the show, as you would expect, they run down the Royal Rumble card. Only 4 matches, still ended up being like a near 4-hour show between the 2 Rumbles, the United States Championship match, the 4-way. A good show overall, I thought. My review will be coming at some other point this week. Matt Camp hyped up the fatal 4-way match and the numbers behind the matchup, calling LA Knight motivated because he doesn't have those accolades behind him. I talked more about that from what Camp said about Knight last week here on the show. And then he picks CM Punk and Bayley to win their respective Royal Rumble matches. He was right on Bayley and he was wrong on Punk. I thought Punk would win. Those were my predictions as well. Bayley did win as expected. That was a nice outcome there. Punk did not win as expected, but I'm also not unhappy with Cody Rhodes winning instead, setting up him and Roman Reigns for WrestleMania. So pretty standard edition here of the SmackDown LowDown heading into the Royal Rumble this past Saturday. Again, obviously outdated now, but there was some stuff on SmackDown and a pretty eventful episode that did not affect the Royal Rumble, so I thought I would watch it and review it anyway, as I always do. Thank you guys for checking out my review. I appreciate it. Be sure to like the video, drop a comment, share the video, and subscribe to the channel for more daily content. Have an awesome one, folks. I'm Graham G.S. Matthews, and I'll catch your ass down the road.